Hello, and welcome to this URBACT online training module on Gender Responsive Public Procurement. My name is Sally Kneeshaw. I'm a programme expert with URBACT and lead on URBACT's gender equality work.
And I'm Baqueriza-Jackson. I lead on URBACT's work on strategic procurement. Let's get started with the training by talking about why procurement is important for URBACT. There are three main reasons why procurement is important and why URBACT continues to focus on it. First, member states, regional governments and municipalities spend a lot of money buying goods and services each year. Around 2,000 billion euros. It's a significant amount of money and around 14% of gross domestic product. Second, this money is often provided by taxpayers, meaning that procurement has to be transparent and accountable to citizens. And third, procurement can be used as a lever to contribute towards the many challenges that Europe faces, including unemployment, skill shortages, poverty, and the climate emergency, making procurement integral to integrated urban development. URBACT has been working on changing procurement cultures and practices since 2015 and launched its Procurement Knowledge Hub, an online course on strategic procurement in 2021. Sally will now tell us why gender equality is an important area of focus for URBACT.
URBACT launched its first report on gender equal cities in 2019 to raise awareness of gender-based inequalities at a local level and to highlight how cities can take action. In spite of progress made, we still see that inequality is persistent. The goal of gender equality policy is that women and men should have the same power to shape society and their own lives. Local governments have a legal obligation to counteract gender discrimination, and they have the power to make our cities more equitable. One of the most important tools at our disposal is gender mainstreaming. It involves the integration of a gender perspective into the preparation, design, implementation, monitoring and evaluation of policies, regulatory measures and spending programmes, with a view to promoting equality between women and men and combating discrimination. The URBACT programme is committed to improving gender mainstreaming in our methods across all urban challenges and in the planning processes of all URBACT cities. Matthew will now tell us exactly what gender responsive public procurement is.
Gender responsive public procurement is a key component of the gender mainstreaming Sally has just described. It seeks to promote gender equality through the purchase of goods, services and works by public sector bodies at every stage of the procurement cycle. This means that procurers think about gender equality in the design of goods and services, in the questions they ask during tendering, and in the monitoring of the performance of the supplier. It does not necessarily imply higher costs, but it does require knowledge and capacity. Sally will now explain how we have brought together gender and procurement in this training and how the training is structured.
Gender equality and procurement are often seen as two separate issues, but we hope that this additional module in the URBACT online course on strategic procurement will help you to understand the power of connecting the two to promote gender equality at local level. We've developed this module to equip cities with the skills necessary to embed these principles of gender responsiveness into their procurement processes and practices. The module consists of 4 parts. Part 1 gathers the perspective of the European Commission, DG GROW, and the European Institute for Gender Equality around gender responsive public procurement, and particularly the legal framework that enables it to happen. Part 2 explores some of the common barriers cities face in implementing gender responsive public procurement processes and practices. Part 3 details how cities can embed gender equality across each of the steps of the procurement cycle and overcome those barriers. And Part 4 presents case studies of good practice in gender responsive public procurement. We hope you enjoy the module.